We should be live. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Michael here, Lake Michigan Angler. I'm solo today. Rob is up in Milwaukee at a club show, so it's just me, but we got a lot to talk about, a lot to get into. First and foremost, welcome. Good to see everybody here. Let's do the normal check. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me and see me just fine on the live stream, and then we'll talk about what we're gonna cover today. A lot of good stuff. And of course, hopefully you've been out there yourself doing some fishing. Things are picking up for sure. So good morning to Nick, Tom, Saunders, Sean, Russell, Bill, Empty Pockets, Daniel, Bill. Guys are giving me the thumbs up. Awesome, perfect. Always good. Early bird, good to see you, my man. All right, today's agenda. We're going to talk about what we got new here at the shop because quite a few things came in. And some exclusive stuff that we did like a announcement during the week. We've got, of course, the fishing report to share with you, and we're really excited to make our first big announcement around the Big Pond Brawl tournament series for 2025. Really excited about all of that. So yeah, I want to jump straight into it. I'm solo here at the shop. We definitely have customers in here as well, so I don't want to hold people up too much here. So if today's a little bit of a abbreviated live, I apologize, but we'll get you the meat and potatoes of what you need to know and all of that. So good morning to you all. One other thing quickly, the video uploads have gone up on this channel. We did our first on the water video, Coho Fishing out of Chicago, and so definitely check that out. Talk about our early season tactics. You know, right now people are out there fishing, and this is still, you know, outside of maybe the south end where they have a lot more numbers of fish. Everywhere else, it's really kind of early still. We're still fortunate that we're getting into Coho, you know, in Chicago and north up. And in fact, I've been not to get ahead of myself on the report here, but I've been seeing fish Coho caught out of Milwaukee as well. So they're kind of showing up. Anyway, we'll get into that more in a second. You had to drop those Mr. Chrome special spoons. Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a second. All right. So check out those videos on the channel. I'll tell you what, we've got 2 more podcasts coming up on the channel. I did a glow. I have a video in the can. I'm not sure when I'm going to release it, but it's all about salmon glow spoons, and there's a glow test portion with it, as well as a conversation about does glow even really matter. And I think you guys are gonna like that. That's coming out. It's in the can. Just giving you guys a little heads up on what's to come on the channel for content that'll keep you guys talking and learning and entertained, hopefully. All right, let's get into what we got here at the shop. First things first, I want to share with you this. We've got a bunch of Coho nets came in. These are the Cummings. I've got the rubber netting here. Got a bunch of these are in here. Perfect for your Coho, perfect for your walleye, you know, if you're doing inland stuff or whatever. It's not super deep, so it's easy to get them in and pop them right out. $99.99 here at the shop. These are not shippable, so they have to be picked up in store only, guys. It's incredibly difficult to ship these. So also we have the big guy here. This is a Loki net. Really nice handle. It's like a carbon fiber, so it's really light, really light. You've got the netting here, which is coated as well. It's got big holes, so when you do get hooks in here, it's really easy to pop them out. These are $139, $149, $139, I believe. I might be off a little bit, but roughly around that price point. All right. So I know folks were looking for nets, so we do have the nets in. So if you need some, again, we don't ship nets. You have to get them here at the shop. Let's talk about what else that's come in here. Thin fish have come in. We've got red squiggles, which you see right here. We've got this guy. So we're doing woolly roll. We've got the purple metallic. We've got red with chartreuse. We got quite a few different colors came back in. Those are currently being updated on the website. They're available right now in the store, and as soon as Rob gets the count updated, hopefully soon, if not right now, they'll also be available on the website. So your thin fish are in. Also, other options as well that are catching fish. Don't forget, we have killer fish here at the shop, which are catching fish as well as some of the Mr. Chrome version of thin fish, which have UV tape on them. So it's a different look, all kinds of different fish catching colors. So we do have these as other options, and they fish just as good and catch fish as well. So quite a few different lures there for your early spring Coho trolling if you need that. Good morning. I enjoyed your outing downtown. You definitely found my sweet spot. All right, Scott. Let's see here. What else do we have? Also, let's talk about our custom spoons that came in. Really excited about these, and just as fast as they've come in, they're flying out the door. So, Rob and I wanted to do a custom here, and we collaborated with Mr. Chrome Lures. Great team to work with over there. So shout out to Mason. And so, a little bit of the backstory. We haven't really told the backstory. Let me tell you the backstory of how these came about. One, I told Rob, let's do our own custom line of stuff. Limited edition, gets people excited, and gives us a chance to put something out that we've always envisioned for ourselves. But obviously we're not manufacturers. But it was cool to team up with Mr. Chrome. And so one of the things that we decided on when we were looking at colors was, what's one that we know works well, and so there's no doubt that the bad toad color is just a great color spoon. It always catches. It's very consistent. It's been consistent in our area for so many years now. So we knew we wanted something with a bad toad, and so my idea was to take the bloody nose, which is also a great spoon, and combine them. And so that's what we came up with. The first one here, which is bloody toad, and you'll see that guy right here. It's got the bloody nose head with the bad toad body. And so Rob came up with running the black head, almost like a Dodie K, like the black version of it, and put it on the bad toad body. And so we came up with dead toad. So these are the two exclusive here at LMA with our collaboration with Mr. Chrome, the bloody toad and dead toad, and we're almost all out. I'm looking at them right now, just a few on the pegs, and they're only available in store because we're all out of them online. So the few that we have here, looks like I have just 2 or 3 standard sized dead toads. I've got the mags for both, still got a handful of those for each. They're available in store. We have another run coming as well, though. So we do have another run coming. So thank you guys for grabbing those if you did. Obviously, these haven't been fished yet, but we see no reason why they won't take fish and that they'll perform. So we're really excited ourselves to get these out here. As the season progresses a little bit, you can definitely expect us some more updates and how they've done for us as we're fishing out in the boat and all of that. All right. On the water now, downtown Chicago. Got my limit about 30 minutes ago. All came on thin fish. Yeah, it's pretty much, yep. Italian thunderstorming here in northwest Wisconsin, so no fishing this weekend for me. Yeah, looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a crazy weather pattern coming up this week, so it may prevent some levels of fishing. Now that I got that out of the way, the housekeeping stuff here, what's at the shop. Oh no, I lied. A couple more things. One, we've got all kinds of flies here, and one thing we're doing new for this year is we have 3-packs available now. So for those that want to tie them up yourselves, you got your own hooks that you prefer, your own line, beads. You just need the flies. We've got 3-packs now. Here I've got the Mardi Gras. We've got blue green gold, which is a staple, and then we've got green Liz, and we've got many other colors. I just grabbed these just to show you guys. So we have 3-packs now, in addition to the individually ones that are fully rigged up. For those that like to DIY it and you got your own stuff, or you prefer certain hooks, I get it. We do have the 3-packs now, so you guys have that available to you. All right, let's get into the fishing. So this week myself, I went out twice. Once on the boat, Tuesday I believe it was, Monday or Tuesday, and then I went out in my kayak on Thursday. Both times out of Chicago, launched out of Burnham, and pretty much fished from out in front of 31st all the way to the lighthouse. And so what I can tell you from what I've seen is there's fish around, but they're scattered and there's not super big concentrations. You're really covering a lot of water to pick them off here, there. You'll run across one, you'll pop 1 or 2, then it'll be quiet for a little while, then you'll come across another 1 or 2. You'll see some stuff on the sonar. For the most part, the water looks pretty dead. I haven't seen any bait whatsoever, no bait poles. So the fish just seem to be roaming around. All the fish I've caught have been empty in the gut. So it's kind of interesting that they're in this close and there's no bait around for whatever reason. Don't know. That being said, they've all been pretty cookie cutter springtime coho, in that 15 to 20 inch range or something like that. But they are around, and for me, it's been a thin fish bite. I've put down mini flashers like the Mr. Chromes here, for example. I've had the baby spin doctors out on dipsies, and not much. I put stubbies down. The only thing that did take a fish for me was a 00 Dodger, and the 50-50 to be exact, and that took a fish, but not much attention to the little flashers, the spin doctors, or the Coho Dodgers just yet, and that makes sense. Normally I don't see that pick up until the water climbs up into that upper 40s, and then they start really kind of going after those kinds of setups. But I like to keep the fish honest and still soak them in there. They've been, again, running off the dipsies 12 feet down, 12 feet out rather, so not very far down in the water column at all. They'll hit right up next to that boat. The other thing, we've put out some spoons, some Rasta Goose took some hits. Didn't land them. They kind of shake themselves off. But 3-color JJ McMuffin has been actually been consistent in the walleye size version of it from Moonshine, the small guy. Which we also have the Mr. Chrome small walleye spoons, which I'm actually going to take one for myself to run out there. I really do like downsizing this early. I really like the downsize, and produces really well for me in terms of spoons. What else took fish? As far as the thin fish goes, Red Squiggles took fish. The Watermelon Chrome thin fish has took in quite a few fish, 30 back, pretty high up in the water column. But by far, my best so far for me personally on my last 2 trips has been this guy. This guy, 50 back, has been taking the most of my coho. I've noticed that the coho have been a little bit deeper in the water column, 10 to 12 feet down. Normally they're much higher, but just looking at my live scope, I've seen them kind of slid down for whatever reason. And so this guy's been in their face, and whether it's the color or just that it's at that depth, but it's been consistent with that one there. Any questions? Good morning. Nice Chicago videos this week. Thank you, JG. Let's see here. Fishing still spotty in Michigan City. Water still cloudy with all that wind. I think that's been part of it too. Is the watercolor has been silty on both days. Thursday was a little bit better than the trip I went out earlier in the week, and that may be why those fish are slid down a little bit. I think that there's in the different layered columns that the water clarity might be a little bit clearer further down, and so maybe they're sitting in there because of that, perhaps. Big Lake Little Boat, what's up, Brian? Michigan Stinger UV, can't afford, has been hot for me out of Duluth. Okay. What's up, Ruben? Hello, Mike. Happy, nothing really serious went wrong with your Sportsman Autopilot tight lines. Yeah, on Thursday I was out. Unfortunately, my motor caught a rubber band, Powerline rubber band, and it locked up my motor. I was worried that something had went bad, but I just freed it up and I was good to go. All right. Let's see here. Do you have 15-pound downrigger weights yet? I'd have to check. I'm not available. I'll follow up. Call me after the live, Todd. I can give you an answer on that. All right. So as far as that was my fishing, as far as the rest of the fishing up and around here, what we can tell you is that guys are catching fish from the pier heads and those that are going out in their small boats and watercraft out of Waukegan. We've seen folks out of North Point, out of Kenosha, basically all the way up to Milwaukee. And folks have been catching coho. It seems pretty much similar in terms of that, like the catch rate as to what I've experienced in Chicago. So it's, whether these are like resident coho that are coming in or these are just very early movers in the area, the guys are plucking them off here and there. Nothing has been like lights out primetime coho where you're in and you're limiting it out in 20 minutes kind of a deal. But there are fish to be caught around here. Steelhead are fishing still going very, very strong and fantastic. Sacks, of course, little tubes with waxies on them, floats and stuff like that. The brown trout bite's been pretty good as well. And if you're further into the Wisconsin side, you're getting a mixed catch of some coho with some browns. I know folks have been already poking around the bubbler, and we've got some new Posky tubes and fire minnows, and we had customers buy it the same day they came in this week, and caught them floating those guys out there as well. So quite a few different ways you could target these fish that they're out here. But they are around. Take advantage, get out there and start throwing some lines out and get in some fish. So things are only every week picking up a little bit more and more. I think the big thing for us right now is we've had some really inconsistent weather. The winds have been pretty brutal, and that doesn't help because obviously it stirs up that water, it gets things moving around. And so, you know, it's better that we have a little bit more stable water in terms of water quality, and that high wind stirs it all up, mucks it all up, makes it very tough. So pick your days, time it right, and you should be able to get on there and get some fish. All right, that is your report. Any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. Again, I apologize for speed running through today's live, but I'm solo today. We got customers in here, and I don't want to hold them up too long here. Any ETA on the fish stations opening? No clue, Sean. Don't know. When we find out, we'll share that, but at this point we don't know. And I don't know what launches have put in their ramps and all that just yet. All right, let's talk about the big Pond Brawl, folks. I'm really excited about this. This is going to be year 3 of the big Pond Brawl, second year of the series. We did the first series last year, but for year 3, today we're going to announce the sponsors. All right. First, let me give you the dates. This year's dates are going to be May 3rd, June 7th, August 16th, September 13th. Costs are going to remain the same as they were last year, which is $250 per event. And to enter into the series, category, it's an additional $100 that's paid up front at the very beginning on the first tournament. And that opens you up to the prizing for the series, Boat of the Year. Last year's Boat of the Year, series winner, Seamate out of Racine. He's going to have to defend their title this year, but you never know how it's going to fish and whoever can take that. So we're really excited about that. This year, for year 3, the Big Pond Brawl will be presented by Fishhawk Electronics. Once again, stepping up big time to support our anglers in our community here. Big thank you to the team at Fishhawk Electronics for jumping on board in a very, very, very big way. Let's talk about big fish. Once again, we're very happy that each big fish, every event, it's a 1K minimum guarantee payout on top of whatever else is going into that pot. All right. So this year's big fish, well, we're going to rename it to the Magnum Metals Monster Fish. So big thank you to Magnum Metals for stepping up and coming back to the brawl and sponsoring the Monster Fish for each tournament. 1K minimum guarantee. Really excited about that. By the way, your $250 entry, 50 of that automatically goes into big fish. So everyone buys into that. Made it easier for everyone and for us to just manage that. So as more people enter, that prize pot swells up pretty good. Next, a new payout category. One thing, we listen to feedback from our tournament folks. We want to make this the best possible tournament it can be, and we appreciate all the feedback. You guys have been great and enjoyed what we've brought to you so far, but there's always room for improvement. And one of the areas folks conveyed to us was, generally we designed this tournament to be small boat or friendly, to let the small boat anglers get in there. You have a fighting chance the way we set it all up to win it all. And so what we wanted to do this year was to further encourage and reward small boat anglers. So we've created a small boat prizing category. Each tournament, one small boat will win a cash prize. And so big thank you to Amada Senior Care in Northern Illinois for sponsoring that specific category. They were a sponsor for last year for the brawl, and now they've rejoined us again and are supporting the small boat. I'll say, lack of a better word, division, small boaters, and we'll have more details on what qualifies as a small boat. We know we got to lay out the numbers and all that stuff. We'll get that to you soon, but that's going to be a new payout category for 2025. Our other sponsors that are providing cash and or product Big thank you to Dreamweavers back on board. New for us is Gold Star Silver Horde. Really excited about that. And we also have Mr. Chrome on board to all support the Big Pond Brawl for 2025. With that being said, it's over $15,000 in prizing, in cash and prizes for the brawl. That does not include the payouts from entry fees. So the numbers are going to go up, you know. A lot of the things remain in play from last year. We have a 50 boat cap per event because that's what we can handle here. We also will do the live stream weigh-ins here at the shop, so folks have to come back down here after they're done fishing. And you'll be able to fish out of the 4 ports as in previous years: Waukegan, North Point, Kenosha, Racine. So it's a really cool design, we think, and from a lot of your guys' feedback, you guys enjoy it as well. You have a lot of flexibility, a lot of ways to strategize your fishing depending on the time of the year and what port you want to take off out of, and fish, and so on and so forth. And the great thing is you know, a lot of the reason why our sponsors are coming back, why they're coming back big, is they love seeing the visual aspect of it, the live stream weigh-ins, the content that we build around the brawl. So, you know, thank you guys for participating and helping us make that happen. It's a win-win for everybody, and we're really excited about that. We're going to open up signups as early as next weekend. So next week's live, we'll have more information on the signups. We'll get all that prepped up. So folks that are ready to get in and secure their spots, we'll be able to do that. Any questions, folks? Any questions? Wish I lived closer. I would so compete in the Big Pond Brawl. Yeah. We're also going to do King Week. I'll have more information on that soonish. That's still a ways away in September, but we're going to make some changes to that. So based off of feedback from the anglers that participated in that last year, but that'll come. That's not an immediate rush for that. Tom Brooks, we took a 2-man limit Thursday afternoon out of East Chicago. Steady but not hot and heavy. Yep. UV shad wraps outperformed thin fins, but all took fish. 1 fish on a triple O Dodger and a peanut fly. Yeah. A little bit of everything. Good morning, Kat. All right. I think that's all I got, folks. Again, ripping through it for today. I want to get back in here. Folks, I got to cash out here. But as I said before, you know, the Big Pond Brawl, over 15K in prizing, presented by Fish Hog Electronics, Magnum Metals Monster Fish payout, the small boat payout category by Amada Senior Care in Northern Illinois, Dreamweaver, Gold Star, Mr. Chrome, all supporting and on board for this. Again, the dates are May 3rd, June 7th, August 16th, September 13th. It's $250 to enter, and to get into the series, it's an additional $100. So $350 all in gets you into that first event and locks in your spot for the series. When you enter into the series, you get kind of like advanced entry into the other events to secure your spot. So you get like a lead time to enter in. So yeah, we'll have more information on that next weekend, and most likely we'll have the signups ready to go for that. So that's it, guys. Fishing's picking up. If you need anything, we're here today till 4, open tomorrow till 2. We've got still a couple more left of our customs dead toad and bloody toad available here at the shop, in store only. Thin fish are in. We've got the 3-packs of various color 2-inch slider flies if you need it. We've got killer fish. We've got Mr. Chrome thin fish. We've got everything you need to go out there and catch some salmon and trout right now. So feel free to stop back in here. Thank you guys for your time. Check out the videos on the channel if you haven't done so already. I think you guys will enjoy them. More stuff is coming up as well. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Take care.